Welcome to the Phil Taylor Jones Show. I'm your host, Phil Taylor Jones, and we're glad to have you with us as always. Today we're going to be taking a good hard look at what the American people claim they want. You look at the past soon-to-be 8 years of the oh bastard administration with all of the nastiness, all of the divisiveness, all of the crookedness, all of the scandalous affairs that he has been involved in. And American people say, well, we want something different from that. Let's even go back a little further to the Bush administration. W, not Herbert Walker, the old fella, old W. So much garbage and corruption and scandal with that administration. And the American people said, I want something different. You look at the job rates that have fallen off in this country and stuff that's being outsourced to China. You look at what's going on with all these foreigners coming in, illegal and legal, disrupting our Americana. You look at our productivity, how that's fallen through the slats. We don't make anything here, anything of real stature like televisions, computers, cell phones. We barely make cars and planes anymore. You look at all of this stuff, and yet Americans say, I want something different. I want something better. Do you really know what you want? Is my question. Okay, now here comes the 2016 presidential race. And in it, you've got approximately, or maybe definitely 17 Resluggligans. And I don't know how many Democrats you have, but you've got a vast majority of each group. Okay, well, on the Reslugligan side, you have Donald Trump, who is one, not a career politician. Two, he is a businessman, a mogul. He knows how to get in and out of various financial situations. He knows how to create jobs. He knows how to, get in there and do what he needs to do. That's why he has $10 trillion, or $10 billion, excuse me. I want to give the man more money than he has. And take some of those trillions off and give them to me. I can use them. $10 billion he has. He's amassed that. Yeah, he's slipped up, and he saw fit to go bankrupt and do whatever he had to do to take care of his business. Well, he's a smart businessman. He's not going to sit there and watch the ship go down, blah, 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 on the rocks of despair. He's going to do whatever he has to do in a legal way and use some of these United States bankruptcy laws to keep him solvent. Maybe if somebody had done that years ago, we wouldn't be in, now I can say it, trillions of dollars of debt at this point. Okay, the guy is not politically correct. I thought Americans were sick of political correctness with the oh bastard years, with the Bush years, with the Clinton years. Oh God, did I say Clinton? And with all these other, administrations, all this PC, all of this playing footsie under the table with known criminals, terrorists, and other political muckety-mucks in other countries. It's just mind-boggling to me that we make military jets and we sell them as a country to nations that have terrorists or terrorist ties, and then they take the planes and bomb the heck out of us. Thought Americans were sick of that. Okay, let's go back to the debate. The Resluggligans, first debate. Donald Trump was asked questions by this bimbo, this idiot, this woman of questionable fortitude, shall we say, Megyn Kelly. So she asked him some hard questions. He gave her some hard answers. If she doesn't want to play the game, don't ask to be in it. If you don't want to play it by your rules, don't make them. If you ask me a tough question, I'm going to give you a tough answer. And maybe you won't like it. And obviously she didn't. And now everybody's all afure about Donald Trump mistreated this woman. Oh, and he said she was on her period. And then, she's administrating and all that. That's a bunch of garbage. Again, I have to make a reference to my grandmother. She always said, if you take a brick and you hurl that brick into a pack of dogs, wild or otherwise, which dog is going to holler? The one that gets hit. Now, if indeed, and I have no reason to doubt him, he did say something of Rosie O'Donnell and a few other, like this attorney who wanted to just flap her breast out in a very public venue and just have the baby have at it. I mean, I'm not against breastfeeding a child, so don't get all crazy on me. Oh, Tiffel Taylor Johnson, he breastfed. No, I didn't. But there's a way to do anything. Sure, you can breastfeed your baby in public, but there's a classy way of doing it. Most women I've seen, they put a little towel there, so that it won't be seen by everybody, but then she needs to nurse her baby too, So there's a proper way to do anything, not just flap the damn thing out and just have the baby sucking it like he's sucking on a Tootsie Pop. You're not there in public for everybody to see. That is disgusting, especially contingent upon what venue you might be in. I mean, come on. And that's what Trump was saying. And as for this Rosie O'Donnell, I don't care much for her either. She's done a lot of disgusting and vile things. The man wasn't talking about every woman on the planet, because if you notice, if every woman on the planet thought that of Donald Trump, there would be much more fewer than it is now. It's these little feminist special interest groups that are barking and screaming and beating on the tom-toms because of what he said. The guy isn't politically correct. And that's one of the things I really love about him. That he's not going to, if he does get in there and be president, he's not going to be in there playing footsie under the table with other muckety-mucks and terrorists and muzzies and everything else like your current muckety-muck president, oh bastard. So, do you really know what you want, American people? Oh, perhaps you want Hillary. Well, before I get into Miss Hillary Rodham Clinton, or should I say Hillary Rodham crooked, corrupt, sleazebag Clinton, let me just say this. How many of you out there gone to search for a house? Potential, property for your family. You go to that property, the first thing you see is the house leaning over to the side. No, I don't know about this one. You walk in the door, if you dare, there are gaping holes in the floor. Perhaps I need to think a little more about this one. You go further into the supposed house, you turn on faucets, instead of water coming out, there is gray sludge. Certainly wouldn't want to drink that. You go to flip a switch to see if the lights work, and sparks emit from the light switch. More thinking. The foundation that the house sits on. As you're walking through the residence, the house is quivering like a bowl of Jell-O because it sits on an unfirm, unwarranted foundation. Really bad foundation. Would you buy that house knowing all that? No. I think you'd be running down the street in terror at a leisurely 385 miles an hour. As far from that wreck of a house as you can get. Well, the same applies to who you want to put in the White House as a president. Let's look at some stuff about Miss Hillary Clinton. Now, this was 2 days ago from
Newsmax.com.
What is it?
A comment from someone on Newsmax.com.
Oh, Newsmax.com. And it says, Hillary Clinton is just loving this, meaning the fear about Trump and what he said to this Megyn Kelly. Oh boy, what an upstanding citizen she is. On with Howard Stern talking about male organs and having sex while she's pregnant and I mean lurid sex while she's pregnant and all kinds of genitalia and all this garbage.
Boobs are and stuff.
Bigger boobs are and all. She is a boob. Anyway, again, Clinton is just loving this about Trump and Kelly blood coming out from about the period or menstrual cycle and what have you. Well, let's just talk about Hillary's faux pas and blunders and criminal acts. We got the Benghazi murders, the Clinton Foundation and its foreign donors. We got classified emails and the, on her personal server and all of the, scandal about that. We've got Travelgate. Oh, and how many of you remember the old Whitewater incident? Vince Foster and her Rose Law Firm records. And the guy says, and geez, I'm getting tired now. This is just a few of the things that this woman has been involved in. She's up to her neck, her wrinkled neck in scandal. She was in it when she was back there in Arkansas with her slick Willie husband. She was in it when they were in the White House for the 8 years they were there. She was in it when she was the Secretary of State. She was in it when she was a senator. And she's still in it. How anybody could even affix their mind to wanting something like her in the White House is just unfathomable to me. The woman is a walking disaster. She's been in powerful offices or powerful positions, and every time she's mucked it up, her and her stupid husband. They've had their chance. And they didn't do that good of a job when they were there. So what would make you think that they were going to do a better job now? Do you know what you want? You claim you want something new, something fresh. You're tired of the same old, same old. But yet, this crook who is being investigated by the congressional forces, but the FBI, I don't know who's not investigating her, maybe the local dog catcher, for all I know. But this is what you want in the White House. She's the front runner. Oh, Hillary Clinton. I mean, have the zombies been busy around here extracting your brains? Your brains. What's going on here? Do we as American people know what we want? Well, I know what I want as an American people, and it sure as heck ain't Hillary Clinton. I don't want any career politicians. I don't want any politicians in there playing their second grade form of politics and sending us further down the toilet. I want somebody in there who can think with a business mind and get us back from the brink of destruction. Case in point, I have life insurance, as many of us Americans do, and I was paying a very, reasonable rate for my insurance. I get a letter about 2-3 months ago stating that it was going to go up because I've reached another 5-year band and what have you. And so I didn't pay it attention. I said, well, it could probably go up by a couple of dollars, So then they sent me a letter yesterday reminding me that the time has come and that I need to make a response before September the 4th. And the rate that I was paying was in the low double digits. Under $20. Now they want me to start paying $40 for the same coverage. That's what I'm talking about. We need somebody in there like Trump or somebody who has a business head to stop some of this greed, to stop some of this misappropriation of our funds, to put this country financially right again. Politics be damned. Politics, where has that gotten us, say in the past 40 years? Where's it gotten us? It's gotten us into trouble on a world stage. We're a laughing stock on a world stage. We're $20 trillion in debt on the world stage. We're still borrowing money from everybody else at $1 million a day. We don't make anything of substance to keep ourselves going that much. We're still dealing with an archaic internal revenue service based on what people are. Our income is based on people that are having jobs and earning money. Well, how can the IRS tax people that aren't working? I believe it's Keish or Kasich or whatever his name is. Oh, no, it's not him. It's Huckabee. I think it's Huckabee, who's saying we need to impose like a flat tax on purchases. While not everyone works in this country, everyone purchases in this country, and that's where you pick up your revenue. That's something to look into, because hell, nobody's working that much because we're too busy sending our jobs off to other countries. So that's why we need somebody like Trump in there, who is a businessman. He knows the bottom line, and he knows what to do to reduce it. How do you think he has all these hotels and casinos and golf courses and stuff if he's frivolous with his money? The guy is a good negotiator. He knows how to reduce his bottom line so that he remains profitable while giving the people a good product. So that's why I'm saying I'm looking at Trump. I'm looking at Dr. Jill Stein, who I haven't heard that much from, because we know that politics is a money thing. And while she doesn't accept money from big muckety mucks, like the Koch brothers and all these people, it's more of a grassroots thing. I don't know that we will hear that much from her, but I read some of her philosophies, and I agree with them. I think they're very good. Some of them are a little spotty, but everybody has some spotty things. You're not going to agree with everything that everybody does. I certainly don't agree with Trump's stance on immigration by having a big door in that wall. I say no door in that wall. We have enough people in this country that can get the jobs we need to do done, get some of these homeless veterans off the street, put them back to work, make them feel productive. That's where we need to be. We don't need a hole in the wall. There's already been a hole in the wall. That's why we're in the hellacious position we're in. So on that score, I don't care for Trump's view on that. Eliminate the damn door, just get the wall there. But there again, we're not going to agree with everything that everybody does. But for God's sake, to put your hope in a person that is just riddled with scandal and hopelessness. This woman is a no-hoper. And that's what you're wanting in there for president? Come on, people, do you know what you want? Well, all I have to say is this. If you think that this, I think it didn't switch on me, did it? No, this is what you want for president. This is what you want to lead us out of something. I would think hard about that, because this woman is into far too much to get us out of anything. Do you know what you want? If this is it, God help us all. Thank you once again for joining us for the Phil Taylor Jones Show. If you like what we're doing here, why not circle us on Google+. That's where I spend a lot of my time. And, I don't do the Facebook thing that much, but Google is where it's at. And we hope that you remain happy and healthy, and try to, hang on to a little bit of your sanity, because this is crazy, folks. Until the next time, we'll see you right here on the Phil Taylor Jones Show, and thank you for joining us. Take care now.